The following is a product of Studio 42.
Well, it's basketball night in Texas.
On the Howe Enterprise Sports Webcast from HoweEnterprise.com. This is Howe Bulldogs basketball.
Haley for three. It's good! He nailed it! He nailed it at the buzzer! Haley nailed it at the buzzer! Haley nailed it at the buzzer!
I mean, it was just like we drew it up, all right?
Howe Bulldogs basketball is brought to you by Scoggins Funeral Home, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, Independent Financial, GC Easy, Sonic of Howe.
Kicks it out to Campbell and he nails the three.
Also brought to you by Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Atmos Energy, Corey Hernandez State Farm, Rapid Electric, Brother Plumber, Attorney Micah Belden.
Howe has won 7 straight district games.
Also brought to you by Howe Athletic Booster Club, Linda Hamill Insurance, Michelle Carney Photography, Hit Exteriors LLC, TechWave, Night Furniture. Also brought to you by All In Custom Gutters and Christmas Lights, Texoma Land and Home Realty Team, Goodfellas Barbershop, Don Smokehouse. Now with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Good evening, everyone, and wow, we traveled a long way for this one. We're in Sherman, Texas, about maybe 5-6 miles from Howe High School. This is somewhat of a home game, Jake Roberts. Howe Bulldogs in the area championship for the first time in quite some time. Other than last year, apparently. I mean, they had Dallas Madison a year ago in the second round. Everybody knew that was kind of a
it was kind of an exhibition.
Not really a great matchup because Dallas Madison was so good, and they went on to eventually win the state title. Had it stripped from them, but did win the state title. But here, an area championship where people are really excited because there's a good chance at moving to the next round for the first time in a long time for the Howe Bulldogs, Jake Roberts. And last week, it seems like a week ago, it was only Tuesday night, an overtime win against Prairie Land that was huge for the Howe Bulldogs, and trying to, kind of catapult off of that big win and see what they can do tonight.
Yeah, no, it was a great win on Tuesday night. That was a super exciting game. One of the best basketball games I've witnessed personally. And like we talked about on Tuesday night, it could have gone either team's way. And so for Howe to be able to figure out how to win that, I think it really shows the mental toughness of this team. Even though when they're down, they can still fight through things. And I think that's one of the big parts of this team. And I know they'll show it tonight. They're going to fight to the end, and that's one of the best parts.
Whitesboro is 15-13 on the season. They went 11-3 in district play. Their head coach, Toby Sluter, has a slew of wins at Whitesboro, 249 to be exact, since he got the head basketball job. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the pregame shoot-around, and this is what he had to say. Coach, this was the matchup a year ago. You're bringing everybody back, though. Talk about the matchup you see tonight.
Well, it's going to be two pretty fundamental teams getting after each other. Both of us play pretty good defense, and I think it's going to be a really good ball game.
Who's going to? So that was Whitesboro head coach Toby Sluter. Toby got 241 wins, all at Whitesboro. Talk about the longevity of your career here at one school.
I've been around here for a while. I've actually been here longer than that. Those are the varsity wins, and that's actually the number's incorrect, but we don't worry about it. It's close, very close. It's just, went to school here, grew up here, went off to college, came back, got a chance to come back right after we had our first kid. Been here ever since. My family likes it. My wife works there. My son's in high school now. I've already had one that graduated, but it's just a good place to be.
Talk about the ability and the chance to coach your kid. How's that?
Oh, that's great. Worked with him all the way through Pee Wee and stuff like that, and the same kid he's been with. So it's awesome, especially it's not just basketball. To be honest with you, my son's a better football player than he is a basketball player. But to get him go through the runs with him in a couple different sports, football, basketball, and track, it's really special.
Talk about this team.
Started off slow, obviously, deep run in the football. So took us a little while to get our feet up underneath us when we got them back. Had some pretty good competitions in some early tournaments. District started playing a little bit better, so hopefully at the end of the year playing better than you are at the first of the year.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
We had a chance also to talk to Jay Forsyth, head coach of the Howe Bulldogs. We had a chance to talk to him just a moment ago in the dressing room, and this is what he had to say. Here with Howe head coach Jay Forsyth. Coach, we talked to you a little bit after the game on Tuesday. Overtime win. Did you get any more gray since then?
Yeah, that's a great question there. Yeah, sure. Why not?
How about overall the win last week? Or not? It seems like last week, but just Tuesday. Talk about that and how your kids have responded.
Yeah, we came in Wednesday. We just kind of did some shooting, going over some defense. I worked on a lot on rebounding and free throws, as you can hopefully that pays off for us tonight. But we just kind of, a little bit, I guess, a lighter day. We went about 20 minutes shorter than we normally do. Made them take some contrast baths where you go from hot to cold and back to hot and back to cold, back and forth several times, just to help recovery with the legs and, sort of focusing on Whitesboro and just kind of what we're going to see. Did a lot on their defense, and of course then we walked through their offense and how the different plays they run and try to help memorize those. But it was just Wednesday was kind of a recover day and a little bit of introduction into Whitesboro. But it was just a good day for the boys. They were excited, but just to kind of decompress, but also get ready and try to get refocused.
What do you think you're going to see from Whitesboro?
I was thinking we're going to see straight up man, and because that's normally what they play. But then I watched their first playoff game and saw they ran 2-3 zone the whole night, and that kind of made us go, oh, maybe we need to rethink. And so I think we're ready for both, ready for any junk defenses that we'll see, because everybody knows. Jacob's our dude, and he's going to carry the load for us. And so, you never know it's playoff time. You better expect the unexpected and be ready to roll with it.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck. That was head coach Jay Forsyth with the Howe Bulldogs. And, it's going to be, as Justin White rolls in here, we expect, last year we talked about a moment ago, we didn't expect maybe Howe to beat Dallas Madison last year in the area championship. So really, it's the first huge matchup in a post-by-district round for Howe in a very, very, very long time.
It is, and I kind of think that maybe getting that fourth spot in the playoffs kind of helps you avoid. In fact, I know it does. It allows you to avoid Dallas Madison just for a little while. But yeah, this is going to be a big test here against a Whitesboro team, placed third in their district, finished 11-3 in district, and so. I expect these teams to be very evenly matched. As far as just athleticism, motion offenses, both get after it on the defensive side of the ball. So I expect a pretty evenly matched up basketball game.
Yeah, and this is we were talking about the last time. It's the area championship, being in the area round 2005, 2006. Got beat by Salina, other than last year. We're defeated by Salina 55-45 back in 05-06, so that would have been somewhere around February, March 2006. So Michelle Carney hits the house. She's in here to take photos tonight, so I know everybody's going to love to see that. We do see a bigger crowd on the house side tonight, and that is good to hear.
Yeah,
good to see you.
I saw a lot walking as I walked up to the stadium here, and I parked on the opposite side of where the entrance is to this gymnasium. But this is a beautiful facility, and yeah, I saw a lot of Howe fans come and walk in front of the parking lot. So
I had the question posed to me on Facebook, the Howe Enterprise Facebook page by Jason Langford. He said, who holds the record as Soup Campbell got to 1,000 points last week? Well, we found out the record holder is Dwayne Emmons, 1,790 points. He's your all-time leading scorer for Howe.
Wow.
Back in 95, 96 through 98, basically. So 95 through 98, Dwayne Emmons. And he was quite the shooter. And he was an outstanding basketball player and lived down the street from me growing up.
Oh, really?
And Dwayne Emmons, I'll never forget. The good story about that is he was younger than me, so he always looked up to the older players, right? And so when I was playing football, Dwayne wanted something of mine, whether it was my gloves or a towel or something from football. Well, I ended up giving him my Newman gloves. the bad thing, they stunk so bad because they were football gloves.
Oh, yeah.
His mother was like, is there anything else you can give this little kid? Because he wants something in yours, but these are horrible.
Give him like a towel or something. Or
And then
hadn't been washed all season,
Oh,
probably.
yeah. It was like that commercial with Patrick Mahomes where his shirt's never been washed.
Oh, yeah,
It's kind of
yeah.
like that. But anyway, Dwayne Emmons grew up to be obviously a very, very good basketball player. And he does hold the record for points, 1,790. So Soup's got to get like 789 points or something like that, or 700 points to get to Dwayne Emmons next year. Colin Mangrum had 1,408 points, 03, 04, 05, and 06. Nathaniel Falls, 1124. That's Noah Riley's uncle. Speaking of Noah Riley, it's his 17th birthday today. Wow. Happy birthday to Big No, as we're about apparently 4 minutes away from tip-off. The starters that we expect to see tonight for Whitesboro will be Jacob Knight. He's a sophomore, a 5'8 sophomore, a point guard. A good three-point shooter, pushes the ball well, finishes well at the rim. Also a 6'2" senior, Mac Harper. He's a guard, or a post player rather, and great rebounder. He works that post. He can finish around the rim really well. Good mid-range. Can step out for threes. You're going to see 5'9" senior Kason Williams. He's a guard. Great three-point shooter. Can get to the rim. Creates a dribble. And good pull-up shooter, too, is Kason Williams. And then the coach's son, Carter Sluter, 5'11", junior. And he's a kind of a point guard, pushes the ball in transition. He plays good pressure defense. His dad said he's a better football player than he is a basketball player, but he is a starter on this area or by-district championship Whitesboro Bearcats team. And then rounding out the starters will be 6'4" sophomore Max Hensley. So they're going to be good for a while with two starters as sophomores. And Hensley has decent post moves, great rebounder, big-time shooter from anywhere, and he'll pull it up anywhere, anytime. But one thing that Hensley does is he will fall for the ball fake a little bit. He bites on it. So if Howe can pull up on a ball fake, Mike can get the post in foul trouble. One thing Whitesboro will do a lot, they will flop. They love to flop. They must have an awesome drama team. One-act play, perhaps, because they flop and they're dramatic about it. They play tight, physical defense, and their guards try to deny the pass. That is the scouting report on the Whitesboro Bearcats. We're at Sherman High School, 536,000 square foot high school. Opened in January of 2021, 2 years ago. And it's a ground-up three-story facility designed to host 2,300 students, divided into three main buildings with open-air courtyards connecting each wing. The new high school campus features main curricula classrooms and a library, career and technical education classrooms, administration offices, and an 800-seat auditorium, which we're in right here, and it's a beautiful one. The campus also includes a 2,000-seat football stadium, which at some point they're going to have to build bleachers over there because it's a magnificent property. It's just missing the bleachers and a big Friday night, football presence. Someday that will happen. They just haven't passed that bond yet. Competition baseball and softball fields over here, 60-yard long indoor practice facility, standalone field house, and all kinds of great things here at Sherman High School. If you haven't driven by, you might want to do so. It's pretty impressive, and inside this gymnasium is pretty impressive as well. It rivals perhaps Anna. We've been to Anna, and that was a really, really nice looking facility. But I think this one has a practice court maybe behind it.
I believe that.
It's similar to Howe. Howe has a great facility that's about 21 years old now, 23 years old now. I think we're just about ready for our starting lineups, or maybe the national anthem, I believe. So let's. Everybody else is standing. I guess we're going to have to as well.
We're front and center here. We need to stand.
Yeah, we're on the court near midcourt. We're just about ready for the national anthem. Everybody knows it's coming. And with that, Justin White, it is basketball time in Texas.
Let's do this.
Starting lineups coming up here for the Howe Bulldogs. We imagine it'll be Austin Haley, Caleb Taylor, Noah Riley, Cooper Jones, and Jacob Campbell. Let's see who they send out. We get the Jedi, Austin Haley. This team is led by Soup and the Jedi. Caleb Taylor making his way out, going to shake hands with the officials, wearing the number 13, Howe in black tonight. Noah Riley, the birthday boy, being introduced. Big crowd there. Round of applause for Big No. Cooper Jones, who had a really good night Tuesday night. And then rounding out the starters is Soup, or some call him Clyde. Clyde the Glide, maybe? Soup Campbell, Jacob Campbell. Howe is led by head coach Jay Forsyth, 41-28 at Howe. They're 16-10 this year, 7-5 in district play. Here's starter number 1 for Whitesboro, which is Jacob Knight. And then Mac Harper being introduced. Harper at 6'2 senior. Knight was a 5'8 sophomore. Kason Williams now being introduced. He's a 5'9 senior. And the coach's son, number 12, 5'11 junior Carter Sluter. If you missed it in the pregame show, his dad said he's a better football player than he is a basketball player. He looks like a football player. He does. And finally, the final starter tonight for the Whitesboro Bearcats, Max Hensley, a 6'4 sophomore. And here we are at Sherman, Texas, ready to go, and a big crowd on either side. Big one behind us, big one in front of us. We're near mid-court. And Howe will be going to our right from our vantage point, left to right. Howe in all black, gray numbers outlined in white, black shorts with a gray stripe down the side of the pants to match the jersey outlined in white. Howe written across. Whitesboro in all white with maroon numbers outlined in black. Howe controls the tip. It's to Austin Haley and now Jacob Campbell. And he'll bring it across the court, guarded by Sluter to start the game. Looks like they're manning up on Campbell at least. A pass underneath gets away from Taylor to Noah Riley. It's going the opposite way. That's Knight in the corner. One sophomore to the other, and there's the first bucket of the night. Max Hensley on the runner. 6' sophomore puts it up, and Howe again trails for the first time as they did Tuesday night to Prairie Land, 2-0. A pass left side, Austin Haley back up top. That is Noah Riley for a big, long, skyscraping three. And Howe has their first lead of the night with 7:18 left to go in the first. We're just underway.
That's his favorite shot on the court, right above the key, top of the key there, the three-pointer beyond the arc. It's his favorite shot on the court.
Harper to Knight, Knight to Sluter. Sluter left side. Williams passes underneath. Williams is going to shoot the three from the left wing. Back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Taylor. He gets it to Austin Haley, who gets it to Clyde the Glide, the Soup Campbell. 6:53. Haley to Riley, guarded tightly there by Hensley. And now Cooper Jones going to take it straight to the bucket. Up, a good pass underneath, but it's stolen away by Hensley. I said it was a good pass. It would have been, but Hensley was there right to steal it away. He didn't see him. 3-2, Howe in the lead. Williams to Knight. Knight left wing up top to Sluter. Back to Knight, left wing up top. Hensley, now Sluter going to the bucket. A good ball fake is Harper, and Whitesboro regains the lead 4-3 with 6:10 on the clock here in the first.
Good ball movement. Harper got some pretty good moves. He's a big body. There's a tall kid there on that there for Whitesboro.
Campbell trying to go to the bucket. A pass to Riley, a jumper off the glass and good. And Riley with 5 of Howe's 5 points so far.
Good find by Campbell. Drove the lane and found Taylor underneath the basket.
The birthday
Riley.
boy with the first 5 points. Hensley, a ball fake on Riley, goes to the bucket, and underneath his arm will loop it up in, and back and forth we go, 6-5. 5:34 on the clock. Soup to the Jedi, right wing, up top, Riley to Campbell, left wing. Campbell, guarded by Sluter, was going to drive on him, and a check call is going to be called against Sluter. That's his first. It's the first foul of the evening.
Not going to be able to hand check Jacob Campbell. You're going to have to move your feet and stay in front of him.
The Jedi will toss it in, looking for Cooper Jones. It gets a pick there. Does find Jones. And now it ends in the arms of Riley after Campbell had turned his head. It was initially intended for Campbell, but it went behind his back. Thankfully, the birthday boy was there to pick it up. Here's a pass to Haley, a little jumper from the left side. Rolls out, no good, but Riley was right there to rebound it, but it got away from him. And Whitesboro will slow it down and go the other way as Knight will bring it straight up the court, guarded by Haley. Left side to Sluter, guarded by Taylor tightly. To Harper, kicking it right side, and a foul underneath the bucket.
It's going to be on Riley.
That'll be Howe's first foul. Both have one now.
Hey, and we've got the scoreboard giving us the number, the players and the numbers.
First time in a while, huh? Inbound pass to Harper. Little hesitation for a moment, and he's going to kick it out to Sluter, top of the key. He was at right elbow. And now it's Williams right wing. Top, Hensley. Sluter left wing, driving to the bucket, stops at the free throw line, passes underneath, it gets away, but it goes off of Riley, out of bounds, and Whitesboro will retain possession. Williams looking for somewhere to go with it. Finally gets it to Harper over in the corner on the left side. Sluter will switch places with Williams up top, guarded by Campbell. And now to Harper left wing, guarded by Cooper Jones. Hensley, the big 6'4 sophomore, guarded by Riley, and a shot by Williams is good. He can't shoot. That one's for three. And now a 9-5 lead by Whitesboro with 4:07 on the clock.
Whitesboro very patient on the offensive end. With the ball moved it there and got the three-pointer at the end.
Campbell guarded by Sluter. Gets it to Riley. Riley gives it back to him, guarded by Sluter again. Between the legs, looking for somewhere to go. A pick by Cooper Jones. Campbell driving to the bucket, but a foul is going to be called. And who's this one on? It looks like it is that Hensley, I believe. It's Hensley's first. Sluter will check out of the game. And into the game for the first time. First sub of the night is Jace Sanders, 5'11 senior for Whitesboro. And he'll be guarding Haley, mano a mano. Campbell goes to the bucket. And the ball gets away, but that's because it was, I believe, is that knocked out or is there a foul call?
We get a foul call.
So it's going to be on Jacob Knight, the 5'8 sophomore, trying to pick the pocket of Campbell. And Whitesboro with 3 quick fouls in this first quarter, 3:41 left to go. Campbell to inbound. A high toss to Cooper Jones, turns around. A pass to Riley, goes off of a defender and out of bounds. Jones could have gone up for that.
That's the second time we've seen Jones get into the lane and then kind of dish off. I think he just needs to go up strong with it and maybe draw the foul.
Campbell to Haley for 3, right wing, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Harper for Whitesboro. It's going the other way, 3:30 on the clock. Austin Haley waiting for Knight, and he'll stay up top. Campbell's guarded by guarding Williams, who goes around him, shoots the jumper, no good, rebounded by Caleb Taylor. Here goes Campbell the other way, 3:10 on the clock. Wants to go to the bucket, made up his mind, he's going to the bucket, throws it off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Harper again. And here goes Williams, quickly to the bucket on the other end, throws it up a prayer on the run, no good. And it's rebounded by Jones, who gives it to Campbell. And here goes Howe again. A 3-point shot by Campbell, no good. Nothing but error on that one. And here goes Knight, guarded tightly by Taylor as he dribbles down the court. Taylor going to have to hustle back. And nope, I was wondering if a foul was going to be called. Noah Riley looked like he had his feet set, but a foul is going to be called on Riley.
And I thought Jacob Knight was a little bit out of control going to the bucket. Lowered his shoulder, went right into Riley. Riley's going to call for the blocking foul.
I was really thinking that was an offensive foul.
I did too.
First shot no good for Knight. And Howe will send in Ryan Huff to replace Noah Riley, the birthday boy, as Riley picks up his second foul here in quarter number 1, 2:36 remaining. Jay Forsyth says something to the official that made the official laugh. I'm not sure what he said over there. Second shot is good by Knight, and it's 10-5 Whitesboro. Haley right wing inside elbow to Cooper Jones. It's taken away from him by Hensley, and they'll tie it up. And Jones kind of lucky that they didn't get him on a foul call right there because he tried to get the ball back.
Yeah, he kind of wrapped him around.
He was trying to hand off to Huff, and Whitesboro came around there and grabbed him before Jones knew what to do and got the jump ball on it.
Williams is going to play the point guard here, guarded by Campbell. Moves to the right wing. Fancy dribbling. Will cut to the lane. Ball got away from him, and that's going to be Whitesboro's ball somehow. Apparently it was knocked out by Campbell from behind, and it just rolled out of bounds. And Whitesboro will inbound here. It'll be Williams looking for somewhere to go. And he finally finds Harper over in the corner. To Hensley for 3 in the corner. Way back over on the far side. And Whitesboro with a commanding 13-5 lead early on here in quarter number 1 with 1:52 left to go in the first. Campbell trying to make something happen. A pass to Caleb Taylor. He's too far underneath the bucket. He tried to pass to Huff. It got away from Huff. Well, we'll see what the call is. There's a call on the floor, but I think it may have just gone out of bounds. Howe's going to retain possession.
They called a jump ball.
Okay.
Very impressed with Whitesboro's their intensity, their ability to move. Just a good job defensively for them.
There's a ball that gets away from Caleb Taylor. It was a long inbound pass from Campbell, and there's a missed shot. Haley's going to recover on the steal, and he'll bring it the other way. A missed shot on the other end, a good opportunity for Whitesboro. But Campbell's inbound pass was a long pass to Colby Taylor that was just picked off. And here's another pass from Taylor to Austin Haley that was in the air too long and knocked out of bounds. Howe's got to make quicker passes. Haley to inbound. 1:21 on the clock. He'll get it to Campbell. Back to Haley, left wing. To Ryan Huff at the very top of the key. Over to Campbell, right wing. Looking for a pick from Jones. Behind his back, Campbell trying to go somewhere. Can't do it. A long jumper off the back of the rim, no good. And Soup has not been comfortable so far tonight. He has not been able to penetrate the lane at all.
No, they're moving their feet. They're playing good help defense, and they're just making every shot be contested for the best player on Howe. Campbell
looking for somewhere to go, finds Huff underneath the basket, puts it up off the glass, and that's good. Howe finally back on the board, and it's Ryan Huff, Mr. Six-Man so far tonight. Under a minute left to go. 13-7. Whitesboro slowing it down, playing for the final shot. Into the game for Whitesboro is Max Parker. First time we've seen him. He'll drive. He's cut off by Campbell. 40 seconds. Pass underneath. Turnaround jumper. No good by Hensley. Rebounded by Cooper Jones. Back behind him to Austin Haley. 31 seconds. Haley stops at the three-point line to Caleb Taylor, and the ball gets away from him. Another turnover, and it'll be Max Parker. And they'll call a jump ball, and it'll go the other way. Actually, Whitesboro will take it.
I like the thought they kind of pushed the ball a little bit, didn't set up their half-court offense, but Taylor ended up turning the ball over on that.
I didn't make the Colby Taylor mistake once last week, and already. My apologies to Caleb and his family. I don't know how I'm going to get that. 22 seconds on the clock. Williams will bring it across, guarded by Campbell. 18. Here's Knight, top of the key. Harper and Sluter, this is the first team back in. 10 seconds. Williams, right wing. Top of the key to Harper. To Knight, guarded by Haley. Here's Hensley underneath, turnaround jumper, no good. Tries to get his own rebound, can't do it. Harper's too late on the shot, and that's no good. And our final bucket score of the first quarter is 13-7. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
Howe Bulldogs basketball is brought to you by Scoggins Funeral Home, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, Independent Financial, GCEC, Sonic of Howe. Also brought to you by Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Atmos Energy, Corey Hernandez State Farm, Rapid Electric, Brother Plumber, Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Howe Athletic Booster Club, Linda Hamill Insurance, Michelle Carney Photography, Hit Exteriors LLC, TechWave, Night Furniture. Also brought to you by All In Custom Gutters and Christmas Lights, Texoma Land and Home Realty Team, Goodfellas Barbershop, Don Smokehouse. Now with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
13-7, our score after one. Justin White, what are your thoughts so far?
Whitesboro's not doing anything spectacular, but they're just kind of like what the scouting report, what Coach Forsythe talked about on Tuesday night, is they're fundamentally sound. They play pretty good defense. They're efficient on offense. They don't turn the ball over. They make you pay. I mean, they're not overly. I mean, they're decently athletic, but they just don't make a lot of mistakes, and they're efficient on the offensive side of the ball.
Jedi to the soup to inbound, 7:56 on the clock. We're just underway here in quarter number 2. Whitesboro on top, 13-7. Huff still in the game for the birthday boy, Noah Riley, who has 2 fouls early on. Caleb Taylor, right wing, over to Ryan Huff. Top of the key, looking for somewhere to go, and he finally a left-handed pass to Jacob Campbell, dribbles between his legs, trying to get past Sluter in the lane, a jumper at the free throw line, front of the rim, and no good, and Campbell has not been on yet tonight. And here's Knight going the other way, gets it to Williams, and he'll set it up very close to midcourt and dribble on Campbell. Right wing, and a pass up top to Harper. Thought about the three, drives to the bucket, stops in the middle of the lane, shoots off the glass, no good. He gets his own rebound, and then he walks with it. The ball gets away and no call. A shot in the corner by Williams, rolls out, but another long rebound by Harper. Forsythe wanted a walk right there and didn't get the call. Knight on the right wing, guarded by Haley. A pass underneath to Harper. One-on-one with Cooper Jones. A pass, he'll kick it out to Hensley. Stops at the right elbow. Ball gets away for a moment, but Williams is right there to recover. And he'll set it back up. 6:48 on the clock. Williams guarded by Campbell. Left side, left wing to Hensley. Ball over his head. He'll bounce once, throw it right side. Knight. Now right side to Williams. Back to Knight. He'll drive to the bucket, stop at the left elbow, kick it outside. Harper, wide open shot, but he did not take it. He was guarded one-on-one by Jones. He does take the shot in the middle of the lane, and Jones is going to be called for a foul, which he did not like. His arms was straight up, but he thought he did not make contact.
That was a long possession by Whitesboro. Now they got an offensive rebound out of that, and able to, maybe a couple of offensive rebounds out of that, and able to reset. But that was a long possession for offensive possession for Whitesboro.
Harper misses on the front end. He'll get another shot. 6:26 on the clock. 6-point lead for Whitesboro. Spins the ball, right-handed shooter in the bottom of the net. 14-7. We've got a football score at Sherman, Texas. Campbell will bring it up. Pass to Huff, pass to Caleb Taylor. A pass to Haley at top. He'll drive around the perimeter, back to Taylor. Left wing, pulls up at the elbow, a long three for Haley, and that's good. And that's what Howe needed right there, a Jedi bomb from the top of the key.
Yeah, you needed somebody else to score when Jacob Campbell is struggling. Good job by Haley, top of the key, got that catch and shoot there on the three.
14-10, still a football score, 5:52 on the clock. Hensley guarded by Taylor. Right side, Williams thought about the three, got around Soup, and he went to the bucket off the back of the rim, no good. A long high rebound for Cooper Jones. And now Campbell will come this way. 5:39 on the clock. Cross dribbling. Sluter guarding him. Pulls up, left elbow. A good pass to Jones, but he can't handle it. And it gets away. Hensley's going the other way. It was a nice pass, a Larry Bird-like pass to Jones. And here goes Knight all the way down from one side to the other. And he scores on the right-handed layup. Not even really contested.
Yeah, that'll drive coaches crazy. Just basically went coast to coast, got in the backcourt, and went all the way to the bucket. Nobody stopped him.
Haley to Caleb Taylor, who almost fell down. He tripped over Knight's feet. And a pass to Jones, or Campbell rather, inside, who draws the foul as he was trying to go up. They've got to get Campbell in position to score points, and I guess putting him at the post position is one way to do that.
Yeah, him moving without the ball, he was able to get the pass underneath the in the lane right in front of the basket, and having trouble scoring, but maybe take his chances at the free throw line, get some points there, but misses his first free throw.
Another missed free throw.
Howe struggled
have been
all game long on Tuesday. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was trying to say these free throws have been a huge problem for Howe.
Second shot is good. It's 16-11. 4:59 on the clock in quarter number 2. We're in Sherman, Texas, a brand new, beautiful gym. 536,000 square foot high school. Here's a 3-point shot by Knight that drills the middle of the bucket. And back to an 8-point lead for the Bearcats. Campbell down the court. Their bucket is on our right side. Haley with the ball over his head, guarded by Williams, gets it back to Campbell. 1-on-1, and a shot goes up. It's blocked, and Haley in the corner. That's no good for 3, but rebounded by Taylor. Over to Cooper Jones, trying to ball fake his way up, and he's going to be fouled. And Jones will shoot, and he gets a big hug from Caleb Taylor.
He bailed Taylor out. Taylor was underneath the basket, dished off to Jones. This time Jones kept it, pump faked a couple of times, and able to draw the foul and go to the free throw line.
3 bounces for Cooper Jones. Right-handed shooter is good. 4:17 on the clock. It's a 7-point game. Whitesboro in the lead. 3 more bounces and 1 more shot. That's long. Rebounded by Hensley. And he'll dish it over to the point guard, Jacob Knight. The sophomore will dribble it across. 4:07 on the clock. Pass in the elbow to Hensley. And it's going to get a block on Austin Haley, who just smiles as Haley did not agree with that call whatsoever.
I think we just witnessed some of that flopping that you were talking about.
That was if you got instant replay on that, you might start giggling. Oh, my goodness. 4:03 on the clock. Haley with his first foul. It's not a shooting foul. And Knight will dribble it across. A pass to Harper at the elbow. He'll turn around, go to the bucket, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Knight, however. Cooper Jones almost got a foul. Nothing called. And Whitesboro will set it back up. Hensley at the elbow, back to Knight, thought about the 3. He'll dribble across. A great job by Taylor to get his hand on the ball, but they're going to call a foul on Taylor. And Taylor with his mouth wide open on that.
Top of the key, ball was kind of tipped in the air, and I guess while Taylor was going for it, hacked a Whitesboro player on the wrist.
3:40 on the clock, and a pass to a wide open Harper underneath the basket, but he's cut off by Jones. Now going to the bucket on the right side, and that's Sanders. And Whitesboro extends their lead 21-12. 3:27 on the clock. Anthony Lauder about to come in for Howe. Jones with Hensley all over him. Campbell gets a shove in the back by Sanders, and Sanders is going to be called. I was wondering if they didn't call that after that little ticky-tack call on Austin Haley a moment ago.
Well, we expected it, and just Jacob Campbell has not been able to adjust, but they are just playing physical with him and just staying right with him, making everything difficult for him.
Ryan Huff checks out. It's Anthony Lauder into the game. A long pass backcourt to Caleb Taylor, who dishes to Campbell, who dribbles up on the far side, on that left side. Over to Haley, left wing, looking for somebody to throw it into, and now has Lauder. Thought about the 3, the runner, good pass inside to Caleb Taylor, who goes up and draws the foul. And it was Kason Williams who went airborne on the back of Caleb Taylor.
Good pump fake by Lauder and good pass by him to Taylor, and a good pump fake by Taylor to get his man in the air to draw the foul.
Taylor's first shot is good, and that's a big story because he's a 31% shooter from the line. 3 bounces, and Taylor's shot back of the rim, no good. Rebounded way up high by Hensley. Quickly down the court, Whitesboro. Williams trying to cut to the bucket. Cut off by Campbell up top. Whitesboro will send it up, 21-13 with 2:49 on the clock. Hensley, left wing, guarded by Taylor. Wide open shot for 3 for Harper is no good. Rebounded by Cooper Jones. Gets the ball quickly to Campbell. 2:39 on the clock. Campbell will bring it up. In the corner, Anthony Louder for 3 off the back of the rim, right into the arms of Williams, who will slow up for just a moment. He'll get it to Knight, the point guard. Guarded by Haley. Picks up his dribble and a long pass to Harper underneath. Cooper Jones blocks the shot. They call a foul, and his mouth is wide open and his palms are up to the sky. Very animated Cooper Jones right now.
Coach Forsythe disagreed with the call too. He was clapping his hands up and down like a gator chomp, saying it was all ball.
Break's not going Howe's way right now. First shot is good by Harper. It's 22-13.
And that is Cooper's second foul. Yeah.
Harper's second shot is also good, 23-13. And subs will come in for Whitesboro. Sterling Garton checks in. Max Parker checks in. So Harper checks out. Here's Campbell. Dribbling up right side. Going to be guarded by Garton. Gets around him for a moment. Left elbow shot, no good, air ball. Louder saves it, but right into the arms of Hensley, going the other way, quickly down the court. Here goes Whitesboro. Ball's picked away by Campbell, but it goes out of bounds. Huff back into the game for Howe as Cooper Jones is out. That's a big loss. With Campbell and Riley on your bench, that's not a good thing. Here's a pass underneath to Hensley. A long shot by Knight, no good, or Williams rather. And here goes Campbell the other way, 1:47 on the clock. Quarter number 2, and Howe has not had a good start to this basketball game. A bounce pass from Taylor to Campbell, right wing, right into the bucket. Double team and a pass. Haley thought about the 3 for a moment and will dribble out a little bit. 1:27 on the clock before the half. Huff comes up to try to set a pick on Williams. Haley directing traffic. He's going to drive a little bit to the bucket, kick out for Huff. Thought about the 3. Now Anthony Louder will dribble just inside the 3, and the shot is good. 23-15.
Louder does a good job of punt faking, dribbling in, and hitting that little mid-range shot. He can hit that.
104. As it's Knight at the point guard. Haley walks up on him. Under a minute left in the first half. Knight will drive to the bucket on Haley. Gets right past him. Up and no good, but rebounded by Hensley. And that is put back up. Second chance points for Whitesboro. And it's a 10-point game with 40 seconds left to go.
Hensley's got 9 on the night. He's lead scorer for Whitesboro.
Haley left wing. Somebody's got to step up for Howe in the points department. Campbell is going to be fouled by Sterling Garton. And Campbell will shoot. 18 fouls for Whitesboro, 6 for Howe.
Well, Howe's in the bonus, so at least they can, with the clock stopped, see if they can get some points here for the half.
Campbell's first shot is good. Two bounces and a spin, and that second shot is short. Rebounded by Max Parker, who looks like a linebacker.
Well, he does.
And Knight will have it with 18 seconds. 17 as he crosses midcourt. 14, he stops. 2 feet across. Playing for the last shot. 8 seconds, now he'll move just a little bit. Guarded by Haley. Moving towards the left wing, picks up his dribble. Inside to Hensley, guarded by Taylor. A quick pass in the middle, off the back of the rim, no good. And our halftime score is 25-16. Justin?
Well, Howe finds themselves down by 9. it feels like it should be more. I mean, it feels like it should be down by about 15, 16. I almost said Sherman. Whitesboro is, they're obviously guarding Jacob Campbell very tightly and kind of making it where we're going to make someone else beat us. Now, a lot of teams have tried to do that, and Jacob Campbell ends up beating them. But they're standing by that so far. Jacob Campbell's only got 2 points on the night, or in the first half. So they're trying to make somebody else beat them.
You're going into the locker room, and you're Jay Forsyth. What are you telling your team right here?
I think somebody else has to score. Trying to get Cooper a little bit more involved. Austin Haley. I feel like that if they pump fake a little bit more, drive in. It seems like that Whitesboro's going for a lot of their shots from beyond the arc. So I think if they pump fake and go inside, I think they can get some easy buckets on the mid-range or inside in the lane. And got to finish, though, at the bucket. Guys like Cooper Jones, Caleb Taylor, those guys got to finish down around the bucket.
How do you get Jacob Campbell the basketball to where he can score and take over this game?
I think they've been doing it so far, just coming off screens. He may have to go to the basket a little bit more to see if he can draw fouls and kind of get them to loosen up on their tight physical defense.
Jake Roberts, your thoughts?
Well, Whitesboro is doing a fantastic job of containing Jacob Campbell. They're doubling him as soon as he gets the ball off the dribble. They're making him pass it away, and they're using fantastic help defense. So basically everyone's getting doubled when they touch the ball. The way around that is cutting, back screens, and they're doing all of that, and they've found themselves, they've gotten to the line. I think they're 50% from the line tonight, so fix that, and they're sitting, it's 25-20. They're only down by 5. That's a main issue, as we've seen. And again, just like on Tuesday night, defensive rebounding has been a big deal. They have a lot of second chance points.
You got to rebound and you got to make free throws if you're going to win in the playoffs. I think that's they're lucky they got out of there last week, as bad as that combination was in those two categories.
What are your thoughts tonight so far?
Well, I think the defense for Whitesboro has been the story of the game so far tonight, holding Howe to 16 points. Now that's not too uncommon because Howe, only scores 42.85 per game, but that would put them on pace to be somewhere around, at least 21 or such right now. And a lot of times Howe will close the game out with by stalling. So generally the halftime score is they score more in the first half than they do the second half. So 16 points on the board right now is a head scratcher to me, and it's because the play of the Whitesboro defense and like Jake pointed out, just the double teaming of Campbell, not allowing him to penetrate. They're in his face when he tries to shoot. Every time he's shot, it's been kind of a fadeaway jumper.
Yes, yeah.
He's not been comfortable all night, and you just have to attribute that to the Whitesboro defense. They've been outstanding so far.
I agree with what Jake was saying. They play man-to-man, but as soon as he puts that ball on the floor and drives anywhere toward the basket, they've got a man right there to double team him. So they're going to either make him shoot from mid-range or beyond the arc, or get the ball out of his hands and make every shot difficult for him.
Well, we see Ice Tray walking off the court, so we had to mention Ice Tray. What do you know about Ice Tray, Jake Roberts?
Well, he started baseball season. I know he's been very excited about that.
And we're talking about the trainer for Howe. Trey also Brooke, all right?
Yes.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Ice Tray, he started baseball recently. I know he loves working for this Howe team. He talks about it a lot. He's always very excited to come to these games. Very energetic, talks to the players. Good person to be around.
What's his knee brace about?
Okay, I'm not entirely sure what the knee brace is about. What I can tell you is he got the knee brace, I think it was a week ago, and this is like his second knee brace because the other one he never figured out how to put it on.
So is he wearing the knee brace because Austin Haley's wearing a knee brace?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Well, I mean, if you're going to mimic someone, Austin Haley's a pretty good one to mimic, right? You're with the Jedi. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
Howe Bulldogs basketball is brought to you by Scoggins Funeral Home, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, Independent Financial, GCEC, Sonic of Howe. Also brought to you by Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Atmos Energy, Corey Hernandez State Farm, Rapid Electric, Brother Plumber, Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Howe Athletic Booster Club, Linda Hamill Insurance, Michelle Carney Photography, Hit Exteriors LLC, TechWave, Night Furniture. Also brought to you by All In Custom Gutters and Christmas Lights, Texoma Land and Home Realty Team, Goodfellas Barbershop, Don Smokehouse. Now with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
You know, Jake Roberts had made a pretty good statement just during the break. Talk about that.
Well, you know, we were talking about this, like you just said, but Prairie Land was also down by 9 at the half, and they came back in the fourth quarter to take the lead in that game, and they could have won that game. They were in a great position, but ultimately Howe pulled that out. But Howe still has a chance in this game, and I think that the first couple minutes, first half of this third quarter is going to be vital to their success in this game, because they've got to come out and they've got to show themselves that they can continue to play, especially without Jacob playing or getting shots.
With Prairie Land, the way they got back into the contest on Tuesday was relentless effort on defense and athleticism. And they are, you know, if Howe's going to be able to do that, as you say, it's going to have to be on the defensive floor as well, just really getting in the face of Harper and especially Hensley, who's really dominated this first half.
And I think what Jake was saying, I think that the first part of this third quarter is going to be vital. It's going to be key to how the rest of this game goes. Because again, you're down by 9. You could very quickly find yourself down by 12, 15 points, and that'll be a big hill to climb up.
You know, look at the crowd over here and Howe, because we're faced right at them, and it always reminds me, when I look over there, there was a gentleman who looked like Norman Dickey, and I thought, man, it's just not the same these days. And I know it's been a while since Mr. Dickey passed away, Coach Dickey, and you know, if anybody talks about Howe Bulldogs, and you know, generally one of the first thoughts is Norman Dickey. And I know his wife Joanne's probably listening. I want to say hello to her. And we had a chance. I'd like to say hello to Freddie Halkup too. He came by this afternoon and brought me some historical goodies. He brought some of those cushion seats from back in the 70s.
Oh, wow.
And they had the Bulldog on the top and had some advertisers on the back. And one of them was from 1980 and 81. And what I know about the cushion seats from those days, they're much smaller than they are these days, because the cushion seats these days have got some room for Big Macs and Whoppers and everything else over the years that we have become accustomed to. Back in the day, you could save some money making seat cushions.
Bigger rear ends nowadays.
A little bit larger. Whitesboro comes back on the court. Howe Bulldogs, I think, are just about ready to come back out. But, you know, at this point, you've got Noah Riley and you've got Cooper Jones, both with 2 fouls each. I don't recall anybody else being in serious foul trouble for Howe.
Yeah, you know, it seemed like we saw a lot more of this. Ryan Huff was in the game quite a bit, and I don't know if that was maybe because of Riley with the foul trouble, but we haven't seen him a lot these last few games in the game that early in the game.
We see looks like Kinsey Leaf, K10 over there. Jason De La Rosa from the Herald Democrat is also here underneath the bucket. So it's a who's who of sports personalities in Sherman, Texas. Of course, you don't have to drive very far. Again, another really nice place in here.
It's the game of the night here around Texoma area.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, two really good basketball teams fighting at it.
The winner of this game, I believe, plays the winner of Pottsboro and Paradise, I believe, is next on the bracket.
Oh, Howe has defeated Pottsboro earlier in the year, 40-39 on January the 24th. And that was at the Ranch on Ponderosa.
And they only lost by 5 the first time.
You know, and Howe has traditionally never played well at Pottsboro. Just, I mean, never. It's like a death trap over there. Back to action. It's Williams to bring it in. He'll pass it to Knight. Going around the perimeter. Back to Williams. Back to Knight. Thought about the three. A pass inside. And it knocked away by Cooper Jones. A good defensive play there as Knight was trying to feed Harper near the bucket. But Jones was there to swat it away. 7:48 on the clock, just underway. Hensley with the ball over his head, guarded by Caleb Taylor. And Knight will bring it up top. Moves Williams around to the right side. A pass on the elbow to Harper. Wants to hand it to Knight. Step back, didn't shoot the three, guarded by Haley nicely. Feeding underneath, another good defensive swat away by Jones, but Harper's able to grab it again. And Whitesboro will set it back up at 7:23 on the clock. A pass to the elbow to Harper. Guarded by Haley, and Jones gets away, and he came down with it. You can't jump up with the ball and come down with the ball. That's a travel.
Coach Sluter wanted a jump ball.
I'm not sure that would have been stretching it just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think it was. He went up, came down with it.
So Howe has it going the other way, down by 9. Pass in the corner to Haley from Campbell. Haley will dribble up left-handed, toss to Caleb Taylor, top of the key to Campbell, left wing, guarded by Sluter. He'll dribble through the middle of the lane, put it up on the runner, no good. Bounces off the front of the rim, but he does draw the foul on Sluter. And all of a sudden, Sluter's got some fouls starting to rack up here.
And I think this is what Jacob Campbell has to do. He's going to have to drive to the lane. I know they're kind of cutting him off, they're double teaming him, but he's going to have to try to find an opening there in that defense and draw some fouls and get to the line.
That's only 2 on Sluter. It seemed like he had more than that. And Jacob Campbell, again, misses a free throw.
Yeah, if you're going to get to the line, you got to hit free throws. You can get back in this game.
Second shot, high arcing shot is good, and it's an 8-point game with 6:54 on the clock in the third quarter. Knight to Williams, back to Knight. Howe with a press. They don't normally do that. Harper will try to dribble it across, and he does, guarded by Cooper Jones. And now left side pull-up jumper by Knight, no good. Rebounded by Cooper Jones out to Campbell. 6:37 on the clock. Campbell will jog across the line, a cross-country runner, and a very good one at that. He was all Texoma land. Speaking of Jason De La Rosa, here's Campbell dribbling to the left elbow, puts up jumper, draws the foul. He'll shoot again. As Campbell's starting to go to the line a little bit, you got to start heating up a little bit.
So crafty, Jacob Campbell. Drove with his left hand, left side of the court. Free throw line extended. Went up for the shot, got his man to come up, and then kind of moved his shoulder into his body. Draw the contact.
And he hits the free throw. 25-18, and ever so slightly, Howe just starts inching maybe. It's a 7-point game. Second shot, back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Noah Riley. Back to Campbell. Campbell driving to the bucket on the left side, puts it up off the glass. No good. He tries to get his own rebound, and it goes out of bounds. It will be Howe's ball.
Man, good offensive rebound by Riley. Good drive to the bucket by Campbell. Just couldn't finish. At least they'll get to keep it down here, reset their offense.
6:14 on the clock.
It feels like the intensity is a little bit more here in the second half to start out.
Campbell does not see Knight as he tries to throw it to Taylor. And Taylor's going to be called for a foul as Knight just basically ran him over. And Taylor not happy. It says something to the official, but
that's going to be 2 for Taylor.
But the official obviously doesn't change his mind. And here's Williams going to our near side now. Whitesboro's bucket's on our right side. Sluter, one dribble and picks it up. There's to Williams. Right side over to Knight. Swatted away inside by Taylor, but into the arms of Sanders. And now Knight will dribble back up to the top of the key with 5:47 and set it back up. Hensley guarded tightly by Taylor on the right wing. He'll move around, get it back to Knight on the left wing, guarded by Haley. Dribbles a couple. Now wide open is Hensley as he got around on the pick and roll. Back to a 9-point game.
Nice job by Hensley on the pick and roll to just slip to the basket. Good find.
Haley to Riley up top. Campbell left, going to drive. A good pass under the bucket, put up by Taylor. That one is good. Back to 7. 5:17 on the clock.
Good find by Campbell to Taylor underneath the basket by himself.
A Pistol Pete moment. Knight left side to Sluter, guarded by Riley. Hand check by Riley. Now right side to Knight, guarded by Haley. Dribbles 3 times in the corner to Hensley. Guarded by Taylor. They switch side. Now Knight trapped in the corner. He'll come back out. A pass up top. They'll set it back up with Williams. Left side to Sluter. Guarded by Riley. Now Hensley. Guarded by Taylor. Now right side. Williams guarded by Campbell. Looking underneath. Can't find underneath. Now they do find Knight underneath. The shot is no good, and a foul's going to be called. Boy, I tell you what. They're calling it pretty tight. And now Cooper Jones has 3. And now Anthony Lauder will check in. Howe's going to go small with Jones in foul trouble with 4:36 left to go in the third.
Besides Campbell, I think Cooper Jones is the one guy you can't lose either, as he's going to go to the bench right now because he does a lot of your rebounding. He's one of your leading rebounders.
First shot was good. Second shot is also good. It's 29-20 with 4:36 left to go in quarter number 3. Campbell dribbles it across. On the right side of the court. Riley up top. Now we'll move to the inside. Campbell looks that way, and they got 4 down low. Now in the corner, Riley for 3. Comes inside just for a moment, and that's an air ball. As the defender got in his face, Riley got him up in the air and then took a dribble up in front of the three-point line, took the shot, but it was no good. 4:08 on the clock.
Remember what I talked about? They're biting on the shot fakes.
A pass inside, that's going to be stolen. It was too high to Hensley, into the arms of Taylor. And here's Campbell guarded by Sluter. Thought about the 3, going to drive in the middle of the lane, put up the jumper on the right hand, and that one is good. And he draws the foul. And that is what suit do.
Campbell's definitely heating up. He's putting this team on his back right now.
7-point game with 3:52 left to go in the third. Campbell can make it a 6-point game here. He'll toe the line, bounce twice, spin the ball, right-handed shot, up, and that's good. It's a 6-point game. 3:50 on the clock. Sluter will dribble down. He'll look to his left, and that's Knight on the left wing. Now up top to Sanders. Back to Sluter, right wing. Williams just falls down with the ball. Howe has it. And now Campbell's going to get it. I can't believe nobody was called for traveling. The ball was all over the place on the ground. And here's Campbell on the runner, up and good. It's a 4-point game. And somebody turned on the microwave and put the soup in it. Here's Sluter on the left wing, 3:08 on the clock. Knight up top. He's going to take his time here as we're under 3 minutes now. Dribbles to the right side, switches with Williams, guarded by Campbell. Campbell tries to fight through it. Williams goes to the bucket, misses the runner. Haley comes down with the ball. He'll dribble it up himself. Turns around. And will now go free up the court with 2:40. Left side of the court is Haley, dribbling left-handed, now right. Cross dribbling, guarded by Williams. Passing the corner to Lauder, now up top to Riley. Riley back to Austin Haley. He's going to dribble to the bucket. And this is going to be a foul. What's that? Loose ball foul?
I think that's foul on Taylor for a screen using his forearm. What the official said. And
that's his third.
I think that scout report on the drama, acting things out, flopping, I think that's that play coming into effect right there.
Knight's going to be cut off by Haley, and now a long three. No good by Williams. Rebounded by Riley, and here goes Campbell. 4-point game. 2:09 on the clock. Dribbles behind his back for a moment. Off guarded by Sluter. A pick by Taylor and a pass underneath. Campbell tried to force it inside to Riley, and he threw it just a little bit too hard. I mean, he rifled it in there, and it went off the birthday boy's hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, got to the left elbow, and then right underneath the right side of the basket was Riley, and I think he should have just taken the shot. Campbell should have.
1:52 on the clock. Yeah, he had a wide open look.
Yeah.
Williams guarded by Campbell, right wing, ball over his head, looking somewhere to go. He finds Sanders, and now Knight thought about the three on Haley, but he dribbles up. They'll set it up with 1:38. Pass back to right wing to Williams, guarded tightly by Campbell. Now back to Knight. It's a two-man game so far. Here's Hensley inside, turnaround on Taylor, jumper, that's good, and that should have been don't do that. That should have been an offensive foul. But it wasn't.
Lowered his shoulder into him in the post.
Austin Haley left wing to Louder, top of the key, 113. Jacob Campbell now drives to the bucket. A stop and pop, nope, goes off the back of the rim, no good. Riley thought he had the rebound, but it was taken away from him by Sanders. And here goes Knight. Under a minute left. Knight's going to be cut off. Campbell tried to steal it away from him, can't do it. And they're going to set it up and play for perhaps the final shot. Howe down by 6. 51 seconds left to go. Williams guarded by Campbell, trying to make a move, can't do it. Campbell is going to get called for a check right there as he tried to go for the ball and almost got his ankles broken as there was a lot of fancy dribbling and moving right there.
Yeah, Casey Williams was Jimmy and jiving all over the place, and Campbell body checked him.
Williams will inbound tonight, 39 seconds. 6-point game. Howe is not really, I don't think they've led since Noah Riley hit the three.
I don't think so either.
Austin Haley walks up on Knight. And we're in action now as Williams will have it top of the key, guarded by Campbell. To Sluter, guarded by Louder, top of the key. And now he'll dribble to the right side, back to Knight, 13 seconds. Haley backs off of him a little bit, 7 yards perhaps. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2. Williams with a long three, air balls out of bounds. And that's the end of the third. Howe down by 6, entering quarter number 4. And a lot of people in foul trouble. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
Howe Bulldogs basketball is brought to you by Scoggins Funeral Home, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, Independent Financial, GCEC, Sonic of Howe. Also brought to you by Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Atmos Energy, Corey Hernandez State Farm, Rapid Electric, Brother Plumber, Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Howe Athletic Booster Club, Linda Hamill Insurance, Michelle Carney Photography, Hit Exteriors LLC, TechWave, Knight Furniture. Also brought to you by All In Custom Gutters and Christmas Lights, Texoma Land and Home Realty Team, Goodfellas Barbershop, Don Smokehouse. Now with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
31-25 from Sherman High School. Whitesboro in the lead over your Howe Bulldogs. But it's not going the way of the Bulldogs so far tonight, Justin White.
It's not, but I like that third quarter. They came out with some intensity defensively. They limited the second chance opportunities of Whitesboro. A little bit of foul trouble with Cooper Jones. He's got 3. I would assume they'd bring him back in here and they'll start the fourth quarter. Just have to play smart. And Jacob Campbell, we started seeing, he started to come to life during that third quarter as well. He's got 9 points, leading scorer for Howe right now.
He's got to have more than 9 if they're going to walk out of here with a win. The Jedi will throw it into Soup, it appears.
Cooper Jones is back on the floor.
And Campbell will dribble up left side. Guarded by Sluter. In the corner, a pass to Taylor. He'll go to the bucket, and he looks like he might have walked.
Yeah.
He just did a little bunny hop at the end.
Beat his man, went baseline, and Should have just gone up for the shot, but met a double team and tried to dish off and a call for the travel and shuffle his feet.
Knight will bring it up, guarded by Haley. Well, there's a pass from Hensley inside to Harper. He puts it up and he draws the foul. No, it's a charge. That's going the other way. Noah Riley, the birthday boy.
Yeah, got a charge.
How about that? Everybody sing happy birthday over there.
You leading it? Timeout called by.
I can whistle it.
Timeout, I don't know who it's called by.
All right, that's all I got.
That's enough.
He's 17 today. 31-25, 7:35 on the clock. As you mentioned, a timeout has been called.
If he's 17, that means he was born in what, 2006?
Yes, sir.
Golly.
I know.
It doesn't like to make you feel old. It makes me feel
I
old.
was doing McKinney football back in 2006.
Man.
In other news, Harper has 4 fouls.
Well, at least somebody in Whitesboro's having foul trouble.
Who wants other news, Jake? I'm just kidding. That was good stuff. Oh, goodness. Well, it looks like we might have a pretty good finish to this one, too.
Yeah, this is a tight ball game. That was probably probably a needed timeout for either team just to kind of settle everybody down.
I don't have any playoff games in the Howe's history against Whitesboro. This is the first one. A bounce pass to the top of the key to Riley, and everybody attacks Riley, grabs the ball, and they tie it up, and Whitesboro will have possession. They just all, like a pack of coyotes, went straight to Riley as soon as he got the ball in his hands.
It's like they knew, let's say, converge on him.
31-25, 7:24 on the clock. Knight to Sluter, back to Knight. Trying to get it across. Guarded by Haley, and Caleb Taylor takes it away from him. Throws the ball away, and Cooper Jones has it back to Campbell. That's a turnover, and here goes the Howe Bulldogs down the left side of the court. Campbell will drive the middle of the lane. Ball gets up, and that's going to be a foul call against Jace Sanders, the 5'11 senior Bearcat. And Campbell will go to the line. They'll say he was shooting, which is kind of questionable. The ball was super glued to his hip pocket.
He was holding on to that thing as long as he could to try to put up a shot. Guess they thought he was shooting.
Campbell again at the line, bounces off the front of the rim and into the bucket. 5-point game. 7:04 on the clock. Haley and Taylor are back near midcourt talking about something, and here's a second shot. It's good. It's a 4-point game. 7:03. Knight will bring it up. Packed house here at Sherman High School. Knight on Haley. Right side to Sanders, guarded by Cooper Jones. And now Sluter top of the key. 6:48 on the clock, left to go in the game. Left side to Knight, guarded by Haley. A pass underneath to Hensley. Turns around on Taylor, up, no good. And they're going to call Taylor for a foul there. Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you, that I don't like to criticize officials, and I don't. But my goodness. I mean, there's some jaw-dropping things going on right here.
They're being very ticky-tacky with the call.
You can't hardly defend in this game.
And Taylor's having to go to the bench.
I don't know how you play defense.
Taylor has 4 fouls, so he's having to go to the bench.
And in checks Anthony Lauder. Second shot from Hensley is good, and we're at a 5-point game. 6:40 on the clock. Campbell will dribble it up right side against Sluter. Now passing the corner to Anthony Lauder. Now to Cooper Jones. At the high post, Campbell comes back around, a handoff. Long jumper for Campbell. There's the microwave and the soup. 6:20 on the clock. Williams will dribble left side on Campbell. Jones on Hensley. And now Knight up top. 6-minute mark exactly for Howe. It's a 3-point game. Knight dribbles left side, and a timeout has been called by Whitesboro. As I think Hensley hit the floor. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if Cooper Jones headbutted him or not.
Yeah.
That's one of the best things that happened Tuesday night was the old scissor noggin of Cooper Jones.
Well, the super noggin. No, I didn't.
Super noggin, scissor noggin, either one you got. Well, Michelle Carney in there taking pictures inside the talk that they're having. No one's sitting on the, normally when you go and you have a timeout, a lot of times the players will sit on the chairs and get a towel and wipe themselves off and take some water. Nobody's sitting. Everyone's standing in a huddle.
I wonder if that's because that was a 30-second timeout, so maybe this is a full timeout they stood up.
Williams will have it underneath, looking to bring it in, and he does to Hensley. Turns around quickly on Riley, goes to the bucket, up and good. He just spun around Riley.
And Max Hensley's got 16 points. He's been phenomenal down the post.
Back to a 5-point game. Campbell dribbles up left-handed, double teamed, is shot for three. No good, it's air ball short. And here goes Knight. He'll pull up in front of midcourt at 5:31. 5-point game. Now he dribbles to the left side at left wing, guarded by Haley. Picks up his dribble, now throws it to Sluter at the very top, who hands it back off to Knight. 5:18 on the clock. Haley with his eyes piercing on the ball as Knight was dribbling it right-handed. And there goes Williams the other way. A slap away by Campbell around his back to steal it away into the arms of Riley. Great defensive play there by Campbell. Very Jay Skipworth-like back in the 80s, if anyone's seen that. Here's Haley, top of the key, cut off. Louder right wing will go to the bucket. A little jumper, no good off the front of the rim. But Cooper Jones is right there, goes up, and the ball is stripped away from him by Sanders. Sanders is going to get called. There's a questionable call here. The officials disagree. What's the call?
They're calling double dribble.
The official here called double dribble. And Howe will have the ball underneath the bucket. Campbell to inbound quickly underneath to Cooper Jones, who puts it off the glass, and it's good. 3-point game, 4:39 on the clock. Here we go.
Cooper
Grab your socks and pull.
He got stripped last possession. That time he held on to it strong, went up with the strong, and get the 2 points.
Left wing is Williams, now up top to Sluter. 4:25 on the clock tonight, right side. Haley a little bit gassed, takes a big gasp of breath, runs to the right side, guarded by Knight, who's very quick. Haley's had his hands full all night long. A long three by Williams is good. Row, 37-31. Back to a 6-point game with 4:06 left to go in the game. Campbell dribbles across, guarded by Sluter. He's going to take it to the bucket, now kicks it out. Long three for wide open, Louder off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Sluter, 3:55 left to go. Knight will bring it up into Williams.
It was a good find by Campbell to find Louder over that left corner. Louder just couldn't knock it down.
Campbell sees the floor so well.
He really does.
Dribbles to the right side, now up top. Knight guarded by Haley. Haley moving his feet very well. Sluter covers up the ball like he's taking a handoff. Now goes right side, guarded by Louder. Back up top to Williams, guarded by Campbell. Dribbling right-handed, dribbles to the right. Ball again, swatted away by Campbell into the arms of Louder, but picked up by Sluter. Going the other way, another turnover, back-to-back. And here comes Whitesboro. And that's not advantageous for Howe because it's going to take more time off the clock. Knight guarded by Haley. Cuts him off on the wing. Now he gets around him. Now goes baseline. A pass way out around the perimeter. Here we go, around the perimeter. Whitesboro going to take time off the clock. Williams, however, will go to the bucket, put it up, and it's not going to be good on the layup. But Louder, I think, is going to be called for the foul.
Kason Williams is just so fast. Handles the ball very well, very quick, and is able to get around corners. That time he was able to drive baseline and draw the foul from Riley.
First shot is good, as he did. He was cut off initially by Haley, but then he stopped and then immediately put it in third gear again and got around Haley around the baseline. Second shot is good, and it's back to an 8-point game with 2:55 left to go in the game. Haley will bring it up. as they're hiding Campbell over here on the near side. And Louder will go up, and that's no good, but Cooper Jones brings down the rebound. A loose ball. I thought I heard a whistle. Maybe it was a shoe. There was all kinds of people laying all over the floor. A loose ball for that rebound. It ends up in the arms of Haley. Now to Louder around the perimeter. Ball gets away from Louder. It was picked off by Williams, and he gets the pass going the other way. An easy layup for him, and he puts it in, and that's good. He almost missed it. 41-31, a 10-point game. Campbell will bring it up now. 2:11 on the clock.
This is an important offensive possession right here. You need points right now. You're down by 10, a little over 2 minutes to go.
Campbell guarded by Sanders. Gets a pick by Jones behind his back, left elbow. And now Campbell going to the bucket, draws the foul, misses the layup. But he does draw the foul. And he's not happy with himself for missing the layup. He didn't miss it by much. It was another spinner off the glass, but it didn't spin in this time.
You're almost, if you're Whitesboro, you almost let him have that, because now you've stopped the clock, and Campbell's at the line to shoot 2 free throws. As he makes the first one, chance to score with the clock stopped. If you're Whitesboro, you're up by 10 at that point. You just let them score, make them foul you.
1:55 left to go in the game. Howe down by 9. Campbell trying to make it down by 8. And he can't do it. Front of the rim, no good. Riley with the rebound, however. Haley thought about the 3. Back to Campbell, top of the key. Guarded by Sluter. Left side, Campbell shoots a 3, and that is good. Clutch money from Jacob Campbell. And it's a 6-point game.
And all of a sudden, too.
And here goes Williams. Looked like he kind of pushed off a little bit. No call into the arms of Harper, who's back into the game. And what's the call here? Double dribble on Whitesboro. And Howe will have possession down by 6 with 1:28 left to go.
Man, you're down by 10 just a couple of seconds ago, and now you're...
Boy, Sluter is... I'm sorry, go ahead.
So you're down by 6 with the ball now. Talking about Sluter, what?
Sluter was all in the face of Campbell. They're not allowing him hardly any room. Campbell with a shot, no good. Rebounded by Jones, who puts it right back up. It's a 4-point game with 1:17 left to go in the game.
Wow. Wow.
What a dramatic, important, humongous, gargantuan rebound by Cooper Jones.
It was almost like it was a perfect pass from Campbell. It was a little bit short, but right into the hands of Jones, and able to get the putback. So it's a 2-possession ball game. You're only down by 4. There's still time.
Wow. Howe was down by 10 just a few seconds ago.
Really were, man.
Man alive, I tell you what. Somebody turned the microwave on and hit 3 minutes. All you need is a 1:16. So go to the microwave, put your soup in it, put 1:16, and let's get out of here with a win. They call him Soup Campbell.
You can see Howe is going to be pressing. They're not going to guard the inbounds. So you're going to have 5 defenders guarding 4 people.
1:16 on the clock. Sluter bringing it down. He'll get across the line. No, he does not. Now they finally get it across the line. A double team there, trap there. And now Taylor up on Knight. The very top of the key. Knight's going to try to dribble out of it. Sluter, left wing, up top to Williams. And a foul is going to be called on Austin Haley. And the Jedi picks up his second on the night.
Whitesboro is in the bonus.
If Howe's unable to pull this out, you could be looking at the final 56 seconds from one of the best basketball players to ever wear the black and white. You've heard all about his football game. Here's the missed free throw. Rebounded by Jones. Campbell going the other way, 50 seconds. Campbell goes to the bucket, does not draw the foul, puts it in.
Wow.
2-point game.
Jacob Campbell refuses to let this team lose. Refuses.
What a gutsy performance from Clyde the Glide. otherwise known as soup. So somebody hit 116 on the microwave. Somebody did it. Somebody did it. Man, what an atmosphere we have here at Sherman High School. Brand new Travis Street. Sherman High School. It's not like the other place.
You were down by 10 with just a little over about a couple of minutes to go. And Jacob Campbell with some free throws and a couple of key shots at the basket. A Cooper Jones rebound, put back.
Well, let's be honest, Howe has not played their best basketball game tonight. If they're able to get out of here with a win, it'll be one of many words to write about in Monday's edition. Harper will come out on the court.
He's one of their better rebounders, too.
Sanders is on the floor for Whitesboro, which is the only non-starter, which means the only starter not on the floor is the coach's son, Carter Sluter.
You don't have to foul right now if you're Howe. Not yet.
Sanders, they get it across to Harper. Knight guarded by Taylor. And now they're going to try to keep it away. 33 seconds, 32. A pass to the right side, Knight behind the line on the right wing. A pass to Harper. And a foul by Haley, I think.
I think so.
Yep, that's his third. It stops the clock at 27 and will send Knight to the line. You'd like to see someone other than Knight shoot free throws. But you're in that moment again where you're just running out of options. Howe down by 2 with 27.1 seconds. Jacob Knight hits the first shot. It's a 3-point game. Whitesboro desperately wanting this second foul shot. It changes the entire complexity of this game if he's able to do so. This one is huge. The bounce, the shot off the rim. No good, rebounded by Harper, however. And Harper tries to get it away, and he's going to be fouled, I believe. Or is it a tie ball? That could have been a jump ball. That's a jump ball.
I haven't seen
and that shouldn't be Howe's ball.
Coach Forsythe's talking about the clock, too, saying the clock should have maybe more time on it. Was that a timeout? It looks like a timeout called by Whitesboro.
That ball, if that was a timeout called, that was a perfectly well executed one. Because that ball should have been tied up. I mean, if he didn't call the timeout when he did, if he didn't get the timeout, it would have been a tie ball, which would have gone to Howe. But with 24 seconds, it appears like Whitesboro is going to retain possession, up by 3.
Man, you needed that too. And that's the reason they brought Harper back in, because he's one of the better rebounders on the team. He's able to get a key rebound right there after the Jacob Knight miss free throw.
I'm not sure what time I just said, but I don't think that was right. It's 18 seconds left, I believe.
Yes.
I believe they put 24 back on the clock.
Oh, they did? Okay.
I think that's what I saw. I could be
okay.
wrong.
They put how much time on the clock?
24.
Okay. I think that's what Coach Forsythe was saying. He was pointing about the clock to the officials.
I think you're going to have to foul pretty quickly right here.
I think you're going to have to too.
And hope they miss a free throw.
Yeah, it's a 3-point game, and
it's still 1-1.
And you got to block out. You got to block out. You can't allow them extra. Obviously, allow them extra possessions like they do now. It's still a 1-possession ball game.
Boy, we've had a great game here. For Howe fans, you are kind of hoping for some luck at this point with 24 seconds left, down by 3. Whitesboro with the ball, try to inbound it here. Sanders looking for somebody. He's got Harper, who turns around, is going to dribble up off of Cooper Jones. And now Campbell will foul Williams, who did the old one-act play move. With 19.7 seconds left, Williams will go to the line. That's Campbell's second foul. Williams' shot is good. It's a 4-point game. And that was key. He'll take one bounce, he'll dribble and shoot right-handed, and that one is good also, 44-39. It's a 5-point game with 19.7 left. Howe's going to have the ball.
This may be kind of like the end of the Howe Pearland game where Jacob Campbell got it and just went straight to the basket and was like, I'm getting there one way or another. Remember the one where Coach Forsyth said he heard somebody from behind say, that boy cold.
Yeah.
Where he went straight to the basket. So you may see something like that by Campbell.
Well, you need a miracle almost at this point. You got to have at least 2 possessions, and you need some free throws, or if not, you're hitting both 3-pointers, but you're going to have to make your layup, draw the foul, and all that. So that's a lot to ask for in 19.7 seconds. But again, Austin Haley, a 4-year starter for Howe. Not many of those, not many freshman starters on varsity over the years. There's one sitting here at this table, but that was a long, long, long time ago.
I was like, Jake? No.
1988. I got called up after about the 3rd JV game.
Wow. I remember you saying it take you a few games to kind of get used to the speed of the game. And
yeah,
the
mainly the seniors, because, you know, a 14-year-old is a lot different in the locker room. And that locker room was a weird one. 19.7. Howe inbounds to Campbell. Here's going to go. Down the right side of the court. Dribbles the middle of the lane, kicks out to Haley. 3-point shot, that's up, and that is no good off the side of the rim. And this is going to be rebounded by Sluter. It's going to be fouled with 8.1 seconds left.
They call a jump ball.
They called a jump ball.
That's going to be Howe's
possession.
Oh, it's Howe's. Okay, all right. Well, that's better than
one less breath here.
So 8.1 left and another timeout's been called. Howe is going to talk about this on the inbound. You got to score, not only score, but you got to score quickly. And you either need a 3-bomb and you got to score underneath the bucket, draw a foul. And then you got to hit your foul shot.
I think you need a 3 right now. I mean, you could, if you got it under the bucket, if you're Whitesboro, I'd let them have the easy bucket.
Yeah, there's something to say about, hey, just let them score.
Yeah, don't foul.
Good to see a big Howe crowd here tonight. It was a decent crowd over in Greenville, but much, much, much better here tonight. I see Coach Simmons over there on the far side. Good to see him clapping his hands. A legendary figure in the history of Howe, Texas. He is highly motivated, truly dedicated. A big crowd over there. Good to see. Seniors for Howe, not only Austin Haley, the 4-year starter. It's Ryan Harbaugh, Ryan Huff, who saw some action early in the game tonight, and also Luke Hardy. 8.1 left to go in the game. Campbell to inbound. Jones underneath the bucket. Let's see where Campbell goes. A long pass 3 for Anthony Lauder. That's good. Hey. And a timeout has been called, and they didn't stop the clock when they should have.
Yeah, why is the clock still running?
I'm saying there should be five seconds or so probably up on the
It looked
clock.
like 5.3 when the ball went through the net. They also haven't put the points up.
So,
man, Anthony Lauder found himself in the
that
corner.
is a big-time 3, isn't it?
He was in the corner like they just forgot about him.
So it's a 2-point game.
Wow.
You get a quick foul.
Yeah, you're going to foul
this
very
is not
quickly. Are you telling me there's a chance?
So is something special going to happen here?
This team just doesn't give up.
I tell you.
They do not. There is no quit in these young men. And I remember these young men when they were little kids, and they used to chant, "Never quit." And they did that when they were playing football, and they did it. They closed and opened every practice with "Never quit, never quit." And here they are tonight, again, showing a never quit, never die attitude. Down by 2. We'll see what's on the board. We think it's about 5 seconds left to go in the game. Going to have to foul immediately. And let's see what they put back up on the scoreboard. And we will see 4.0 seconds.
Wow.
It seemed like it should have been 5 point something.
Yeah, you kind of get gypped out of a second or so.
It's almost a second and a half from what I saw.
Man, a lot of, well, I shouldn't say it. I thought Caleb Taylor got gypped out of some fouls tonight, too. Cooper Jones maybe a couple. 4 seconds, here we go. Sanders to throw it in, and
that was smart. They fouled before the ball even came in.
Did. Caleb Taylor, Caleb Taylor, you don't have any saying Colby. Caleb Taylor
fouled before the ball was thrown in. So with no time left off the clock.
That's good for Howe right there.
That was a smart.
It was very smart. And
that's Colby's, Caleb's fifth
We're all
foul.
doing
See what
it.
you've done to me, Monty.
no.
Caleb's fifth foul, so he goes to.
Yeah, Caleb's out of the game. And that'll send Max Hensley to the line. First shot is good. And we're back to a 3-point game with 4 seconds left.
Here's the big one right here. And I don't know what the timeout situation is right now by.
Howe has 2 timeouts left, apparently. They just burned
I'm sorry,
one.
yeah.
What is this, like icing the kicker?
It's something like that.
Yeah, I think it is.
Make him think about it a little bit more.
Well, you've got options here. If he misses it, you still got a timeout to call.
Yeah.
If he makes it, and that's what you're talking about right here. If he makes it, now you're trying to draw up the scenario. You're going to do this on the inbound. You're going to, try to figure out how to get the ball down the court. 4 seconds and a good 3-point shot by Campbell, because that's what you're looking for.
I think you call a timeout either way.
I say that, but who made the shot at the buzzer in Gunner? You have 2 options here. They're going to float everybody Campbell's way. It might be another Jedi moment. Could it be?
He hit it at the buzzer. He hit it at the buzzer. He hit it at the buzzer. He hit it at the buzzer.
Let's see what happens here. 4 seconds left. It all depends on this shot. And Hensley's shot is good. Inbound to Campbell. 3-point to 1 point. There's a 3-point shot, no good. And Whitesboro has won. They have defeated Howe and knocked him out of the playoffs. Howe, for the second year in a row, exits after one by-district win. And the Soup and Cooper Jones hit the floor behind the rim together as Campbell is in some serious emotional disarray. With his jersey pulled up over his eyes, he'll now walk, shake hands with Coach Sluter, and shake hands with the rest of the Whitesboro Bearcats. And this game comes to an end. Hats off to Austin Haley. What a brilliant basketball career he has had here in Howe, Texas. He now moves on to baseball season, which is his favorite. And at some point, one of the greatest athletes in the history of this entire town will take off a black and white jersey for the final time. And that's coming up in just a few moments.
Yeah.
A few months.
He's been a heck of a football player, heck of a basketball player. Well, he's obviously a heck of a baseball player and a heck of a good guy, too.
And he's one of those guys that if he would have if he'd have played golf, I bet he's really good at badminton.
Yeah.
Sluter and Campbell are having a discussion at midcourt, just smiling. A lot of respect from each other, talking about the game a little bit. And Howe will kind of walk off the court. They're going to talk to Coach Forsyth. Obviously dejected Howe Bulldogs. I'm not sure if Coach Forsyth will want to speak to us, but Whitesboro raises the gold basketball. They come over. They're not even sure which is their home side. They just raised it up in front of the Howe crowd, and they told them turn around and go this way.
Your fans are over on the other side. But
So
I'll tell you what, they made this thing was exciting. At halftime we were wondering is this thing going to get out of hand in the second half? And Howe made a ball game out of it.
They sure did. They had that never quit attitude. 16 points at the half, and they rallied back to put 26 on the board in the second half, which is basically what their scoring average is on the season, which is 42.85 coming into the game. They put 42 on the board tonight. Now the difference is Howe normally gives up 40 per game, 40.81, and they gave up 46 tonight. It's just too much. As Whitesboro, you got to give them credit. The first half did Howe in with their dramatic, tremendous defensive play on that end of the floor.
And Whitesboro, with them, according to Jason De La Rosa, with them winning, they'll face Paradise in the region quarterfinals. I guess apparently Paradise beat Hotsboro then.
Campbell gets a hug from, it looks like that is Williams. And
Cason Williams.
And Williams was about to turn around, and Austin Haley patted him on the butt and said, "Hey, what about me?" And Haley got a big hug from Williams also. So a good moment there. Good to see good sportsmanship from these two towns and these two teams. Nobody walked out of here. No one was escorted out. Nobody threw the bird, because we had that with Gunner a couple of weeks ago in the 5 overtime game. Everybody respectful here, and a good atmosphere for the good good players and good teammates on both sides. So
it was just a good game between two good hard ball clubs that just played hard and got after it, got on the floor, and just played a good basketball game.
Any final thoughts, Jake Roberts?
Well, I mean, it was fun to watch them for these 2 games. They fought hard. Like I said, they didn't quit, and I think they'll be able to at least rest on that fact that they didn't quit. And they fought hard down the stretch. They didn't come out on top in this one. But, hey, a lot of these players are going to be back next year. So we'll see. Next year, I think they're going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's that's what I was going to say, is that I'm obviously using a big player in Austin Haley, but you're bringing back 4 starters from this year who are all juniors. And obviously a Jacob Campbell, who will be bigger, better, and badder this next season. And it'll be the 4th year under Coach Forsyth.
Coach Forsyth has now coached in 4 playoff games for the Howe Bulldogs, and that's second only to Tim Rose, who was here for 24 years.
Wow.
So, and there's not a whole lot of coaches who have been in playoff games for the Howe Bulldogs. You look at Tommy Skipworth back in the 70s, early 70s. Ricky Clements went 1 year in 74 and 75, and then Tim Rose a whole bunch of times. Tim Short took them in 15, 16, and 17. And then Eric Johns for a year, and then Forsyth came in and been rolling. So hats off to Coach Jay Forsyth and what he's been able to do with this Howe Bulldog program since he got here.
Yeah, he's done a good job since he got here. First year got him, or second year got him into the playoffs, and they've been rolling ever since. So his impact is being felt here at Howe.
My final thought is the Howe Bulldogs. They had a great season. It's something to be proud of. And you make the playoffs in football, and you make the playoffs in basketball. You would imagine they're going to make the playoffs in baseball. Girls basketball made the playoffs. Girls softball looks like they're going to do some really good things and possibly make the playoffs. Things are looking really well for the Howe Bulldogs athletic program right now. And you got to give a lot of credit to the guy at the top who doesn't like to take the credit, but head coach and athletic director Lance Bryan kind of set the tone once he arrived here, and they've done nothing but really win since he got here.
Yeah, and what that does to the community, brings the community together. Winning kind of cures all, and that just helps so many things around the city of Howe, especially when the athletics are doing well.
Well, it's been said before, an economic development's best friend, economic development's director's best friend is a damn good football coach.
There you go.
For everyone who's been a part of this one, including Justin White, Jake Roberts, I'm Monty Walker. So long, everybody.